radiator to the turbo and try to find the position of how we're going to fit the turbo. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. Had a little tape over the exhaust ports just to keep trash and everything else out of there. Let me grab a header. Alright, that's pretty close to where that's going to be sitting. Let me angle the camera down a little bit. So now we need to figure out where exactly the turbo is going to sit. So we're going to weld this V-clamp on the end of this right here. Then I'm going to come off with a 90, like so. I can already tell that's going to be a problem. Might have to cut this off, bring this back. Let me grab a turbo. Alright, by the time I put this on here, add this 90, and it would be another clamp. Basically the turbo, which up in here somewhere. That's going to try to stick the turbo right out through the dang radiator. So this is going to take a little figuring out. Alright, this is kind of what I figured out we're going to have to do. Is we're going to have to cut this back a little bit, but cut it on an angle. That way this will sit more like this, instead of coming off at an angle. Even that out, then I'll be able to weld my 90 on, and then put my turbo flange on. Once I have that on, set the turbo right there. I might have to slide the radiator forward some, but that's not really a big deal. So I'm not running an intercooler on the front. I'm going to do the air to water setup just because. So next step will be to get started on all that. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and figure out where this cut needs to be. Up. I'm sure there's going to end up being some other changes, so I'm going to cut off a little bit less than what I actually want. And I'll just grind it back and get it to where I want it. Because it sure is a pain to add stuff back once you've taken it off, that's for sure. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so I got my mark on there. Kind of gives me the angle that I need to be cutting at. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of these clamps. I don't know. Put it over. Gonna follow that angle. Trace it on around. I am not a professional fabricator by any means, but when you can't afford to pay one, you do what you gotta do. And hopefully this doesn't turn into a $1,200 mistake. Once I start cutting this, the blade will kind of act as a guide. As long as I don't wiggle it around and just keep it nice and straight, it should give me a straight cut all the way around. And then I'll be able to slide my ring on there, weld it up. Of course, we're just going to tack everything together first and then mock it up on the car and make sure that it's where we want it and there's no big gaps or anything like that. So next step is to cut this off. Alright, we're all set up for the cut. So wish me luck. And here we go. Alright, it's not perfect, but hopefully it's something that we can work with. That was one of the things I was kind of afraid of, but when you have a welding machine you can fix it. If you notice, wow. If you notice on here, there's a tiny little step down right here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's just a little small bend to allow this to slide over. And which I saw it before I cut it, but it had a little wiggle room and I was hoping it would be enough. I think I'll still be able to get it on there. But let me go get a hammer. Alright, what I'm going to do is just slightly roll this edge a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to sand it a little bit with a sanding wheel. Try to put a little bit of a bevel on this and straighten it up too. And I don't know if you have experience with grinders, but this grinder spins this way, so I want to roll off that edge in this direction. You don't want to use this edge and go towards, because it'll catch it and throw it back at you, and that's not what you want to do. So here we go. probably end up doing is just tacking it right there, putting a bead on it all the way around. That'll be next. Alright, just a quick couple tacks. Now we're going to put it back on the car and see how everything lines up. Alright, I got the header back in place. Looks pretty good. Put this clamp back on here. We could sit it about like that. I have to rotate it up. I'm gonna have to move the wastegate actuator, but I think that'll get us where we need to be. So I'm gonna pull the header off again and finish that weld all the way around, and then start tacking and mocking everything else up together. Okay, we got the header remounted. We're gonna go ahead and try to mock these pieces out, see how it turned out. Now, of course, I'm going to take the time to clean up these welds, and I'm sure there's a couple holes that I'm going to have to fill here and there, but that's to be expected considering the high quality welder I'm using and the fact that I'm not the most talented welder, but it'll stick. Alright, you can see how it sits, and this is not the final position, but you can see that the first problem is I don't even have the pulley on here and the exhaust is here, so we know that's not going to work. So I have to come up here and I'm going to have to rotate this, or rotate it down to get it out the way, and it's going to allow me to stand this up. And that will give me my clearance I need for the belt. But it's close. It gives you a general idea of how the car is going to be. I'm hoping I can rotate that. If I can't, the option is to just eliminate it altogether and go with an external wastegate, not even bother with that. But I don't even know where I would put that in. But there you have the one side. That's going to lead to the next side, but this side has a much larger open area, so I don't foresee any major problems with this side. So that's what we'll be doing next. So that's going to do it for this episode of Steve TV. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see the rest of the build, just tune back in. I'll be posting more videos.